Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Gemini Soul. Hope you guys, those of you who do celebrate the holidays, that you had a beautiful holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we are now looking to the new year, 2024. And so those are the messages that we're going to get into, Gemini. We're going to do past, present, and future, potential outcome. And so let me just get the cards out here. Then we're going to clarify, guys, if anything resonates with you. I just ask that you give me a thumbs up. If you have not become part of the Gemini tribe, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. It really does help support me. If you find that you are just here because you're checking in on the energy of a Gemini and it seemed to resonate, please comment, share below, or send it to a Gemini that you know it may resonate with. So let's get into it. Let's get the past energy out here. We won't stay in past too long because the new year is approaching. But let's take a look at what we're letting go or we have worked on in the past. So you have the Three of Wands here. Hold on 1 minute, Gemini. I wish all you guys a happy new year, however you're celebrating that. Okay. But right now, you got the Three of Wands. I just feel like this is not a time of waiting anymore. If you've been waiting on something to work out or figure out what's next, you're going to be getting the clarity that Three of Wands, maybe in 2023, you found yourself in a place of really waiting for certain things to come in, certain things to change, maybe even relationships. I feel that in the past, you've just been waiting for things to work out in a certain way. And for 2024, I think you're taking the reins on this and you're going to realize that whatever you've been standing still about, needing to make a decision about, you'll get the clarity in this so that you can finally close the door to something. Some of you have been waiting on some relationships to revolve. Maybe someone to come towards you. You may have been waiting for, I'm just hearing, some of you was waiting for an apology, maybe even for someone to show up in your life. And maybe you was very committed to standing still, giving them the space to revolve. And for some of you, this never happened. And you are realizing that whether it's a relationship, an intimate relationship, a family member, or maybe even some specific job or goal that you had, you're realizing like it did not come to fruition. But Gemini, know that this did not come for fruition because it was not meant. Okay, that there was something else better. I just feel like there's something else better on your path. So whatever you've been committed to waiting on in the past, I feel that you're going to be releasing that. It could be energy. It could be the way you feel about yourself, about emotions of how you stand still sometime and know that you should be completing a project or you should be moving forward. I'm also feeling this could have been a time of procrastination of what it is you really wanted. Maybe you didn't have the faith and the trust in yourself that you can do it. Some of you didn't feel that you can do it alone, and some did want to do it alone, but the universe is like, maybe it's a time where you can't do it alone, or they don't want you to do it alone, that you do need support and help in certain ways to finish whatever it is. Maybe there's a goal, there's a commitment to something that maybe you want to do all by yourself, okay? But whatever this is, I feel like it's not going to be a time of waiting anymore, that you're going to be taking action. Five of Swords came out next. So with the Five of Swords, this is definitely at a point of realizing like whatever conflict this was, whatever you were waiting on, you see it for exactly what it was, and you can win in this, right? You can win this. You can move on. At the end of the day, I also feel like some of you Geminis, you may have felt like it was so much conflict and I just didn't know how to get over it. I didn't, it's like you felt like you was fighting off so many different energies. Maybe even the way people seen you, the way they showed up in your life. And there's also, I'm feeling there's conflict that was around you that you was waiting on to come to an end, but I'm feeling this year you're going to take control of it. Anything that's burdening you down or becomes very toxic, yes, you have the Death card. You're putting an end to that. No more waiting, no more fighting for things that just drains your energy mentally. I feel this is a mental drain. Some of you have been very drained. You've been tired. Some of you, I feel like you just haven't had the energy, and there's a part of you that you miss. And because of something that was in your life that was very conflicted, that you was waiting on answers, whether it was a relationship you walked away from, being in a conflicted relationship, maybe just being in toxic situations around you that you truly were hoping for the best. But I feel that now you're moving forward. You're releasing this. This is a new beginning, right? This is old to the new. With the Death cards, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I feel that this is a time where you realize that you have to take control. And the only way you can move forward, Gemini, is for you to stand up and release the things that no longer serve you, especially things that kept you conflicted within yourself. Some of these relationships made you doubt yourself. I feel the way people approach you in your life, maybe what it is that you're doing, people have disagreed with it, the direction, and you wanted these people to come around and accept you for you. But I feel like if there's anyone who is not accepting you for who you are, you're going to be leaving them by the wayside, Gemini, for 2024. I feel that there's a new you coming out that needs to be birthed. And this new you deals with no longer procrastinating, no longer dealing with conflicted relationships, wasting time is what I'm hearing. You've wasted a lot of time in 2023, and you may be reflecting on that also. But as you reflect on that, you're ready to drop it. You're ready to move forward. This is a fresh new beginning for 2024. The Death card is the best card you could have when it comes to the new year and moving in. Yes, the 8 of Cups. You have been emotionally on a roller coaster. And this means like so many different relationships that you've dealt with emotionally. I feel this is what you're putting it into. Some relationships that you've walked away from, that you realize like there is nothing else left here I can do. I feel some of you Geminis are like, I've given my all, I've done what I could, it didn't work out the way that I would like for it to work out, or perhaps someone was in your life and it's just been situations and conflict, right? Could have been several conflicts. I feel like some of it could have been surrounded by family and loved ones that really touches your heart. Sometimes you have to let them go and let them lead their lives the way they need to so that you can continue on your path. I feel this emotional loss comes with healing. But it also, with the 8 of Cups, means you're walking towards the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. Something that truly will fulfill you. I feel you're being enlightened. Once you realize that there are certain things that had to change in your life, you're taking a hold of looking at what it is that truly completes you and how you're going to walk away from certain things and walk towards your happiness. This is beautiful. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm telling you, this is all about release, Gemini. 2024 is all about you releasing, no longer holding on. There was something, Gemini, that you was holding on so tight. I don't know if it was a person, a job, maybe even financially, but there was a reason why you was holding on so tight, because you truly wanted to invest. You didn't want to lose it. You thought if you kept fighting for something, I'm just hearing too, Gemini, you wanted someone to see you, but they didn't. Okay? They didn't accept you for exactly who you were. Some of you really played yourself down. You couldn't be free. You couldn't be who you really were because there was something that you felt you really wanted and you was waiting for times to change. You're not doing that anymore. If they not coming, they're not coming. Okay? And you're releasing that. Some of you are releasing the fact of feeling like you don't have enough money. I can't do this, or I need more money. I don't know. I'm just hearing like maybe there's been a time where you were saving and saving and saving, and you was like figuring out you needed more and more when you have so much. I feel that you're getting away from that hive mind of not having enough. I feel you're getting away from holding on so tight to something that, when you hold on to something so tight, it takes control of your energy. And so by focusing on that, you couldn't focus on you. And you knew what you wanted to do, but you wouldn't move forward because you were trying to either bring someone with you or trying to get this conflict settled or just waiting and hoping that things would settle, work out. But I feel 2024 is all about a rebirth. It's about a transformation. It's about loving yourself. It's about really being committed to what it is you want and following through. And the way you're going to be able to do that is by releasing the past, releasing the hurt, the disappointments. Gemini, you're going to have to love some people from a distance. It's not that if they're family members, family is family and they're going to always be there. It could be a son. It could be a daughter. It could be a mother, a father, an auntie, a grandmother, a grandfather, whoever it is. There is something that you were holding on that could have really hindered how you move forward in 2023 that really kept you back. And 24, with this 4 Pentacles in reverse, you are recognizing that. You're feeling that. I feel a lot of you spent some time to yourself also, pulling back your energy from situations that really made you feel barred down, closed in, like you wasn't, I don't know, I'm just hearing like some of you Geminis didn't feel worthy. And that is because of some situations that you had around you that perhaps was really, really connecting to your heart. All right. Let's see. What is the 3 of Wands here, Spirit? Yeah, the 3 of Wands is here. You got the 2 of Pentacles and the Queen of the 9 of Pentacles. This is the Empress in waiting, male or female, it doesn't matter. But this is you no more juggling your worth. This is you knowing I can do this all on my own. If you really look at it, Gemini, you can be more content and abundant on your own. This is what you bring to the table. This is who you are. No more juggling that you are the shit, okay? No more juggling that. Know your worth. And if anyone doesn't match your energy, you stop juggling trying to match their energy. This is you changing like, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I'm abundant. I'm loving. I'm caring, right? And if someone doesn't accept that in that way, I'm also hearing jealousy, Gemini. Some people may have feel that you have more than enough and that you don't share it. I don't know why I'm hearing this. But it is your right. Why aren't you sharing it? Maybe you'll be looking at that. Maybe there is abundance and that you could possibly share, but you was waiting for a specific time. Now this is not, it doesn't matter. It can go male or female, but maybe you've been juggling being single or being in a relationship, waiting for the right person to come because you didn't want any more conflict. You didn't want any more heartbreak or disappointment. I'm feeling like the wait is over. The wait is over, Gemini. You're no longer waiting for someone to validate you. I feel you're seeing yourself for exactly who it is. Now, some of you may have been balancing the fact of being single and being in a relationship, and the fact of taking care of yourself and then taking care of others. And maybe you've been waiting, or someone's been waiting on you to come towards them and stop balancing your emotions when it comes to whether you want to commit and be single or whether you want to have a relationship. And I feel the clarity is coming in. Under the 3 of Wands, that means you see there's something coming in on the horizon for 2024. And whatever this is, you're no longer going to be juggling. If it's love, you're going to walk into it with all that you have. You're more committal. you're going to accept who you are and what you bring to the table. But I also feel that you're not going to accept anything less. They're going to have to meet you where you are. This is not about me meeting them on a different level if they're not at that level. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to be as abundant as you. Maybe someone you meet doesn't have as much as you, or they're working on it. But I also feel that this will be a time for you to first accept yourself, know who you are, and start to feel out what it is that you truly want. And that means, will I be single or will I be in a committed relationship? I feel a lot of you had a lot of inner growth within yourself, and whatever situations you had to walk away from, it's only making you stronger, Gemini. If 2024, this is getting back on track. This is realizing, you know what, I've completely got off track, completely put myself to the wayside, and studied putting other situations that didn't work for you to the wayside. You put yourself on hold. And the Two of Pentacles is, you may have been juggling this mindset. You could have been juggling finances, but the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles bring you to a 10, and then an Ace of Pentacles. So there's something that the universe knows you really truly want, and they're going to be committed to being right there for you as long as you're there for yourself. Okay, so this is not juggling your worth anymore. If someone have had you in your head, maybe even, I'm hearing some people may feel like, Gemini, you selfish with your energy, or you don't really commit, or you only look out for yourself, or at some point in time, maybe I'm just hearing someone needed your help, and you was like giving so much of it that you even may have caused yourself a loss financially. Let's see why the Five of Swords is here. We have the King of Swords. You could have been dealing with a fire sign, but this could, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, which was a lot of conflict. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it could have been someone very fiery that you just found it was very conflicted in this relationship or situation. But I also see this is, you may have someone that's a fire sign that would like to fight for this relationship, would like to show up for this relationship. But because it comes behind a death card, it's like you may want to be in a relationship with this person. Maybe you see them very handsome, maybe stable. Maybe you feel like there's something that they can offer that you may be willing to take on. But I think you're going to be really looking at the situation to, what else is it, okay? Because the King of Wands could have a lot of passion and fire, and they want, that Leo energy is, they're very dominant, right? They're seen by plenty. I'm also hearing, Gemini, you may have been in a relationship where, you could have been dealing with a King of Wands energy where this person gets a lot of attention, and it was just very conflicting, like one disaster after the next, because maybe this person could have been like, feeling like they're the shit, when all the time, you are, so it's up to you what you want to deal with when it comes to this relationship. I feel you may even have had in the past some confliction between someone that was very fiery, that you was very interested in, and maybe you had a lot of passion. But this also could be you not being conflicted anymore and being very passionate, very grounded about what it is that you want. Why is the Death card here? Why is the Death card here? Okay, that's a lot. The Death card is here because there's a victory. This is you being seen. This is you being acknowledged for this new beginning of leaving things behind. Some of you are definitely leaving a fire sign behind that truly wanted to have a relationship with you. And if it's not a fire sign, it's just someone that you may have looked up to or had a lot of passion for. And that doesn't have to be just a relationship. This could be someone that's been in your life for quite some time that you have built or had a foundation with, a friendship, a close relationship, and y'all, this sage is going crazy as I'm talking through this. So this is definitely Pay attention, because there's some messages here that you need to know. And the first thing that I'm hearing right now is that you need to love yourself more than you ever loved yourself before, Gemini. And when you show up that way, all the love you need and support, the universe is sending your way. I feel there's new people. With the Six of Wands, it talks about, winning a battle. It talks about being seen. It talks about being in the public. Maybe there's some public you're being in and people are acknowledging you, and they see how you've left the past behind and you're starting something new. You got a lot of people on your side cheering you on, like, Gemini, keep going, you can do it. And even I feel like your angels and spirit guides are there saying, we know you've had tough times. Maybe you dealt with being stable. Maybe, you've had to work on pulling yourself back from overspending to balance things out. I feel you felt like in the past you was in a very stable place. Something could have happened. You could have lost a job. You could have gotten a divorce, a separation. You could have overspent. Sometime when you get in your head, Gemini, we begin to start to just spend more money than we need to. And it could have messed with your stability. Some of you may have had to move. Some are moving for better and for worse. Some of you are moving because you're leaving certain things behind. You realize you got to get out on your own and do this all over. You're tired of waiting and hoping that something will change. What the universe is saying, these changes can happen. The Seven of Pentacles is you may have to reassess what it is you have, your budget, start over. But the Six of Wands is in front of that. So you're really actually seeing like you've been through so much, right? I feel some of your accounts, if you had like financial situation, you're going to start to see how you can invest and it's going to start to grow. And I feel like it's a surprise. It's like out of nowhere. It's like under the Eight of Cups, you walk away from something emotionally and walk towards your happiness, which may start with a new beginning because you got the Death card, you Six of Wands. This is definitely a new beginning. This is definitely you've been through. Okay, so this is not something that was just given to you. This may be something you're working on all on your own, because from the Eight of Cups, you go to the Nine of Cups. That's independently, emotionally settling within your own heart and soul. What makes you happy? And I feel like some of you are going to release the thought of feeling like you're not capable of restarting your life. I feel like you're ready. Like the car is just sitting there waiting for you to start it up and get moving, right? You got the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is definitely representing seeing the truth in something, seeing that you are the victory, that you are moving forward. You may even feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, you're not moving fast enough, or you may feel like what you've invested in the past was for nothing. But this is seeing that whatever you did, Gemini, it was necessary to get you where you're going to need to be in 2024. I'm seeing investments. I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing happiness. I'm seeing love. I'm seeing clarity of the mind. If you've been having like the Nine of Swords, speaking to your spirit guides, wondering why certain situations has taken place, why certain things had to change, why they had to fall away, why you had to either move a different community, a different job, you're going to get all that clarity. And the clarity you're getting is because there's a new start. Gemini, you have a new start for 2024. This is an opportunity for you to invest, but you're going to invest in yourself first. And everything else, Gemini, comes second. You've got to invest and believe in yourself first. Whatever situations you've been dealing with, juggling financially, juggling relationships, family, friends, soulmates, marriages, engagements, whatever it is, you've got to let it all go for 2024. I'm hearing like sit down. I got sage going myself, and this is releasing all the old. Release the hurt, release the pain, release the disappointment. Just release and just ask for a new beginning. Ask for that new spiritual self, that new growth within your heart, that new growth within your mind that clears it. Like I feel like if you can sit with some sage and a candle and just be within yourself for a minute. You're going to clear out all that old energy. You need to clear it out, Gemini. This is what I'm hearing. You need to clear it out so that you can feel fresh for 2024. And as you do that, the Queen of Swords, the clarity will come in. You're releasing things that no longer serve you. That's what you'll be doing, right? We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles coming out. I feel like this you got to do the work, Gemini. Like, you need to start immediately, right? Just realizing sometimes it feels like with the Eight of Pentacles, it comes out, it feels like we're doing the same thing over and over and over. But if that's what it takes to clear it out, you're like, well, I already forgave them. I already walked away. Man, clear it. Clear it. Are you really clear? Are you really ready to move forward? Are you really ready to take on this new journey, this new adventure that the universe has for you? And it's very successful. And yes, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, Gemini, but it's enough for you to focus on and have enough clarity on what is your next step. Now, if it's in relationships, fine. Then, you know, some of you feel like, you know, I'm letting go the fact of working on relationships and putting everything that I have into it and it not working out. For some of you, the Four of Pentacles is releasing that mindset of not being abundant. The Eight of Pentacles, from releasing the Four of Pentacles to the Eight, this is you now working on it. You go from the 7 to the 8, and that's a beautiful transition. That means you assess what it is that you have. You get the clarity, the victory in what it is you need to do. And the Eight of Pentacles it's an increase. It's a clarity. It's an understanding of what it is that you need to work on to move forward, Gemini. What else we have here? Okay. So we have the Strength card and a Page of Cups. I feel like there is a situation, right? The Strength card is holding back. It's being strong. But there's maybe someone want to apologize, and you know that even if you accept the apology, that you shouldn't be using your energy towards this situation. So you can accept it, but that doesn't mean you have to be there in that energy, right? And some of you, I feel like definitely you have fire sign out here, but you also have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And it doesn't matter. This is just emotionally and fiery situation that could be within yourself. Gemini, you may even feel that you've been holding yourself back from apologizing to someone. I don't know. You may feel like there's a door needs to be closed and you want to apologize and move on. And maybe you've been holding yourself back is what I'm hearing. That could possibly be. Or there is someone that's coming your way that you're going to need a lot of strength to accept their apology and forgive them, because that's going to release and leave this situation at an end that's going to close that cycle out so that you can move on. All right. Let me see what else we got here, guys. Then we're going to close this up with I told you it's all about movement. It's all about going forward. You got these peaks here and you got them ready to go. They're there. They're just like, Gemini, this is the balance within yourself. This is that Two of Cups. This is that light and dark. It's understanding exactly how to get them up and get them going and move in a direction and let everything behind you fall behind you. We're not bringing it into 2024. Gemini, whatever apologies need to be accepted. If you got someone you need to apologize, do it. But have just, you know, with the Strength card, something's difficult for you. And there may be a situation, Gemini, very emotional situation that's going to heal it. It's going to take you to heal it. I don't know what this is. There's okay. Yeah, it's 10 of Cups is under the bottom. Gemini, there's a situation that's going to lead you straight to your happiness. And it's about leaving or accepting or releasing something, whether it's you or someone. But there's a commitment within your heart that's scorned, that needs healing, that needs to be released, because it's like a blockage. And when this blockage is released, you will move forward and you will begin this new journey. Now, whether this is you apologize or someone apologizing to you, or you have to, even if there's someone you need to apologize to, you don't have to go to them specifically. It's up to you, right? You got your own life, how you deal with things, but you could just release it in your heart, you know, before the new year. Just release and apologize to them in spirit, and just leave it out to the universe. But know that you worked on it. I don't know why I'm hearing that, Gemini, but I just feel like there's a blockage of something that you may have felt you could have done better. But I feel, Gemini, don't hold that to you, because if you could have done better, believe me, I believe you would have done differently. Okay? I'm feeling like some of you felt like you could have dealt with a situation differently. But you were learning, you were growing. And if it was heartbreaking, man, the heart makes us do things that later we may regret. But it's because you was emotionally working through the trauma. Some of you have some trauma that you emotionally had to work through. And it could come from relationships, people you depended on, or situations you thought was going to go in a certain direction and they didn't, and you just got tired, you got fed up. And some of you turn toxic. You know, we're not always doing the right thing, right? We're not perfect. And Gemini, forgive yourself for that. Have the strength to know that you still are an emotional being at the end of the day, no matter how strong you are and how you try to move forward and be there for people, or people try to be there for you. At the end of the day, you're still human. You're in the 3D. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter what your beliefs is, but I just feel like there's some trauma or hurt or pain that maybe even this is all about accepting you and apologizing to yourself for some mistake that you feel like you could have avoided, but you didn't, you know? So don't hold yourself accountable for that. You did what you did at the time, okay? Whatever cards you was dealt, you dealt your hand, all right? Now maybe, you know, all of the cards you dealt, you could have held back a card or two. You could have done better. You could have, you know, but I'm just hearing, Gemini, you just need to forgive, and you don't have to forget. Just release. Release so that your soul can move forward, so that your mind can be free, so you can accept this new you, so you can start this new path. And if it's someone that maybe felt that you need to be doing things differently, Gemini, if this doesn't work for you, don't engage in it. Make that new commitment to yourself. If something isn't working for you, yeah, I'm hearing apologize and walk away. Apologize and walk away. The 10 of Cups, because when you walk away, you walk into your 10 of Cups. You walk into your happiness. Maybe it's a new family, a new relationship. This commitment that you've been waiting or wanting, it took healing and to leave the old situation. Some of you walked away from marriages, commitments, jobs, but whatever that was that you're walking away from, that you're no longer waiting the 3 of Wands for, that you're no longer waiting on it, that's good, because you're walking straight into the 10 of Cups. Okay, let's get one more card out here for Gemini spirit. Yeah, the Hangman. You're being enlightened. Spiritual guidance. You know, this is on the Queen of Swords. This is being enlightened on exactly how to move forward, what it is you need to do. So releasing that, and look, there's happiness, there's clarity, there's joy. Gemini, I feel you just want to be happy again. You just want, whether there's a commitment or it's just a commitment to yourself, you get the clarity, right? The Hangman to the Sun. This is so beautiful for 2024. You're going in it with a new insight, with clarity, with love. And some of you Geminis, you gotta, this is what I'm hearing. Some of you Geminis, you gotta take this chance. Love's knocking at your door. I understand you've put a lot of work in the past. You've had to let go a lot of situations, walk away from cups that was spilled, but you're healing that. You're letting it go. No more conflict within yourself of who you are and what you truly want. If that's the relationship you want, Gemini, then you put in and you go for it. And the healing and the release of some type of past trauma, whether it was childhood trauma, whether it's relationship trauma, something that kept you from really, truly having the strength to heal your emotions within you so that you can move forward. The universe is giving you that. You've worked on it. You deserve it. You deserve a loving relationship. You don't have to be alone, Gemini. You don't have to do this all by yourself. And you're never alone because the universe is there. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, passed on loved ones, I feel like they got your back. They're like surrounding you with love and care. And now it's just a matter of you stepping out on faith and realizing that your happiness is there. Justice is under the sun. This is your justice. 2024, you're about to get your justice. And what's your justice? Your happiness. And I feel like you're going to be surrounded by like new family, new communities, maybe even a new job, home, financially. Things are going to pick up because of the release of something that no longer serves you. Whether it's a mental dagger that you had, like towards certain situations that you kept holding on to that now you're releasing, whether it's trauma or hurt and pain from trying over and over and just not getting that same love back that you give out, or maybe even holding back and knowing that you had so much to give but you didn't do it because you didn't trust it. I feel 2024, you're going to trust yourself. That is what I feel. With 2024, you're trusting yourself. You're going to just go with it. And you're going to trust that the universe has your back and that whatever this new journey is, it's very happy. It's, you had the Ten of Cups. You got the Sun. You got the Chariot moving forward. You got the Death card. This is a lot of major arcanas. This is major things that is happening in your life that truly will help you to get to that place of being grounded once again and happy once again. I just feel these Geminis now, some of them want relationships, but you just want happiness. And it's not saying that you're going to be happy all the time, Gemini, but I feel like it's who you choose to connect with to work through the sadness, the happiness, whatever it is, like having that soulmate or having that. And it don't have to be a lover. It could be a best friend, someone new coming in that you truly can finally relate to, that's on your level. And if it's not that, it's you just having that connection within yourself, knowing that you want that and you're going to be working towards that. And someone's going to come in your life to share that with you. We're not necessarily all meant to be alone. Some people love it, right? And I'm not saying crowd your space and have all the, space intruded, but because you still need your time to process and make it make sense, Gemini. And I feel like for 2024, you finna make it make sense, Gemini. That's what the name of this reading is. Gemini is about to be happy, and because Gemini is about to make it make sense in 2024. Gemini, I wish you the best for New Year's. I wish you love and happiness. And definitely comment below if any of this resonated with you. Let me give you a closing card here. The reading went a little longer, but I just hope that this message helps you, Gemini, for 2024, to help you get on track, to help you move forward, to love yourself, and to know how powerful your heart, your mind, and your soul really is. Let's see, Spirit. What is the closing card for Gemini for 2024, Spirit? Give us a closing card. Gemini, you have embraced your life purpose. I am guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. I just told you the sun and that's it. Your life purpose. And that's what it is, your happiness. Man, Gemini, you are about to move in a direction in 2024. I feel like You've never felt this way before. This is brand new. This is feeling like karmic's been released. This is feeling like you're happy, you're clear, no more being stuck and stagnant. Like the universe is telling you your purpose. And your purpose is to be happy, whether it's you individually or with someone. But I feel like you're surrounded by love and clarity. Embrace your life purpose, you know, and this is understanding the trials and tribulations you've been through, the hurt, the pain, the unstableness, whatever it is. And with this cat on here, I just feel like even your spirit guides are just celebrating you, right? The Six of Wands can talk about your spirit guides. Everybody just cheering you on that there's a change, a transition. With the Scorpio card, the Death card, there is definitely a transition of walking away from things that no longer serve you to walk straight into your happiness for 2024. I think it's going to be a beautiful and amazing and magical moment for you. Be happy, Gemini. Love and light. Bye, Gemini.